Supreme Rising, beautiful people. Supreme Rising, beautiful people. This is your guy, Mr. H. We live. We live. Live and popping. What's up, beautiful people? Supreme Rising, Supreme Risings. What's up, Hida, Kathy? What's happening? What up, Beatrice? Buenos dias. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. What's poppin'? What up, Nicole? What's happening? Oh, yo, I'm full back salt and pepper and I'm loving it. I'm full back salt, pepper, and I love it. I'm full pack. Yo, what's up, Langston? Mr. Watson, what's happening? I just may or may not be high. I'm just teasing. It's too early. It's too early. I knew it. I'm talking to you, Langston. I knew it. I just may or may not be. So I love it. What's up, Adrene? What's up? What up, Sean? What up, Jay? I'm excited this morning. I'm extremely excited. Y'all got me excited this morning. Y'all got me excited. We're going to let this Tadao play in the background. Always truth in every joke. That's what makes it even more funny. That's what makes it even more funny. That's why I consider myself the funniest guy in the world, because I'm unscripted. This is why I tell people I'm the funniest guy in the world, because I'm unscripted. I'm the only one willing to jump on and say what needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? And I love saying what needs to be said. You guys know that's how I went viral on TikTok. I went viral on TikTok saying, now I love when things need to be said, and I need to say it. And then I'll go in. I went famous on TikTok like that. That was like my first million view video. So it was hilarious. A lot of my followers know me, remember me when I used to say that. I think even Patrice remembers that. Now you know I love when things need to be said.
Now you can save on Cox Internet.
And I need to say them. How this video gonna have a commercial in it? They big haters. That's why we're gonna go back to that frequency that I had. That was amazing. So I was doing a little meditation before the class, and I was just thinking, what should I teach you guys today? What should I project into the actual ether today? Like, what type of energy, other than AAA energy that you guys always get, what am I going to project in the ether today? You know what I'm saying? So I was sitting here thinking, and I was listening to this, and I think it's beautiful, for those who wants to see that. Increase mental strength, reduce stress, anxiety, and calm the mind. Put some fire in the chat for being aware. I think you even have your shirt or hat that says it too. Oh yeah. I got a whole outfit. I got a whole logo of that. Buenos dias, Linda. Thank you, Linda. If you are in this live, don't forget to hit the little thumbs up button. Somebody type in the chat, where's the thumbs up button? Because we have some Stevie Wonders and Ray Charles in the class, but yet they ready to trade. Somebody direct their asses to the thumbs up. Ooh, let's go. 83 beautiful people. We only 4 minutes in class. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. Holistic, aka Mr. 888. I am your #1 digital educator in North of America that is being mentored and has been mentored and currently mentored by the #1 trader in the world, by like hands down, Mr. Alex Lugo. So I like to give credit where credit's due, because I think in the world where there's so much competition, there's so much motivation to be great without the lack of education to be great, because it's sad that most people think to literally truly elevate that you must step on someone to get there. And the fastest way to elevate is to increase your numbers. You understand that? The fastest way to elevate is to increase your numbers. So meaning, if we're trying to go up, and if I tell Alex, like, bro, you're better than me right now, so how about you get on my shoulders, and then I'll find someone, I'll get on their shoulders, then we'll find someone, they'll get on their shoulders, and then that's how we get to the top. And then we get up and we say, all right, now let's turn around and let's reverse that. So let's pull 1 up, pull 2 up, pull 3 up. I always say, if you're an individual that so-called reached the pinnacle, it is your responsibility to send the elevator back down, not keep the doors open and gatekeep. So that's what I love about this opportunity. That's what I love about waking up every morning, whether I feel like it or not, and just get up and just pour into you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like really pour into you guys from what's in my head. So the other day I had a really good thing happen, whereas a certified candlestick consultant, whatever his credential was in my TikTok DMs, and he was like, man, I just ran through your YouTube, and if you're charging these people, it is brilliant. Because what you're giving is shit that I charge $2,500 to $3,000 a month for. So when I saw the opportunity about iGenius, let me talk about iGenius. Let me speak on the foundation. When I saw the opportunity about iGenius, I said, iGenius allows us to grow. iGenius allows us to level up, and iGenius allows us to play a whole different ball game, because it allows all of us to participate in the foreign exchange market. You see that? It allows all of us to participate in the foreign exchange market and start in the industry that is so toxic, so deadly, so many potholes, and get proper direction. So what I want to pour into you guys today is understand that small steps and long vision get you wherever you need to go. Let me say that again. Small steps and long vision get you everywhere you need to go. Now, a lot of people have it the other way. Big step, short vision. And then you get somewhere really, really fast, and then the vision doesn't play out as what you thought it was. So you quit, or you turn back around and you go the other way because you're like, yo, whoa, I didn't envision that. I didn't think it was going to be like that. This happens in a lot of relationships. A lot of relationships happens like this, where you make a big step in the beginning, but the vision was so short that you didn't really plan it out. You didn't really like ask enough questions. You didn't seek enough proper information. So we can't live our life like the trials and tribulations we have done in our relationships. We have to start hitting the hammer on the nail. We have to start understanding that the bullseye is not an impossible target. It is possibly to hit the bullseye if you're laser focused. Now, you're not going to get the bullseye unfocused. You're not going to get the bullseye making shortcuts. You're not going to hit the bullseye making excuses. You understand that, beautiful people? So let me tell you about the trade yesterday. Let's talk about that trade yesterday. Everybody jumped in at the 60. They wrote it up, probably took another entry at the 62. A lot of people also took another entry at the 63, 64. Then it pulled up to 66. Strategically, it wasn't enough for me to to close the trade. I just figured I've been in this trade for 8 fucking hours. This motherfucker owed me like $6,000 right now. I'm probably not gonna get the $6,000 because it ain't that's the shoulder. Do you guys understand what I said to y'all? I said that is the right shoulder of the head and shoulder pattern. And imagine we jumped in her thinking that she was just gonna drop out the sky. But when you look at that, if she drops out of the sky right here, that's an ugly ass shoulder. That's an ugly ass shoulder. Look at the beautiful shoulder over here. Look at the beautiful shoulder. So that means that she comes up, she's not going to drop right here. She's going to bounce a little bit. She needs to consolidate a little bit. She needs to consolidate and create the shoulder. So when we jumped in her over here, you see, we jumped in over here. And for 16 hours, most of us held that trade. Some still held. Some held it all the way down to the 58, 57. Put some 8s in the chat if you held it. Good morning, Jen. Put some 8s in your chat if you held it. It took me out, and then I said, you know what? I got better shit to do with my time. I've been watching this shit all day. I said, it's enough. It's enough. So that goes back to the title that I have today. And I don't know how many likes we got into this live right now, but you guys should be hitting that thumbs up, liking and sharing, and turning the notification on. So anytime I go live, like, I'm home for the next week. So therefore, we going live. We finna start going live. So it's amazing. Like, social media is booming. You got a lot of individuals who, once again, that are taking big steps, short vision, and they're literally getting messed up into their actual, like in their journey, because anybody can take a big step. Anybody can over leverage. Anybody can over leverage. Anybody can over leverage. It's the individual that can literally say, you know what? I want $80 out of this trade, but I can only afford to lose literally 10 to maybe $30. So therefore, I have to use a 0.10. I have to use a 0.02. I have to use a 0.03 because that's the only way I'm going to literally proceed in this trade. Yeah, that's right, Jen. That's right. That's right. That's right. There's nothing wrong with taking an L. You never marry trade. And that's why I gave the advice to say, you know what? She came down a little bit, she came down a little bit, she came down a little bit. Whoever took profits got it, but this is what you have to say. Believe in what you see and have the patience to see it through. Because the hard stop loss at the 66, that's just a strategical way of saying, you know what? If it hits 66, guys, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to our specific numbers and the way we trade. But as a swing trader, that wouldn't have, me personally, it didn't make me or break me at the 66. I was like, oh, fuck, that's all you took? I was just not trying to lie to y'all and do something different and not have the 66 as a stop loss and tell y'all my stop loss at the 66. So I said, you know what I'm saying? We rock it together. It's just what it is. You know? But I must say, I did scalp her ass down from 66 to that. You know what I'm saying? She dropped 30 pips right after that shit. 66, 63. She just bloop. I said, yeah, all right. Well, we got something. We got something. Who took an extra entry on the top? Where's my favorites at? Where's my favorites at? Ew. Yes, I love it. So let's get into it. I'm not going to be on here too long because the zones are going to stay the same. It's leaving now the 63, 64, 66 area. It's leaving that area. It is forming the shoulder, so we might get a little fight right here at the 57. I was expecting a fight at the 58, so she gave people a little 30, 40 pips from the 58. Yeah. I think I told you guys, like, it's going to for sure come to the 58 in class yesterday, right? Put an 8 in the chat if you remember me telling you. I said, yo, if she drops today, she's going to at least drop to the 58, for sure. Yeah, I think I told you guys that. I think I told you guys that. So, yeah. You only play modest area? Oh, that's even better. That's even better. Yeah, I jumped in the middle. I jumped in at 62. I jumped in at 62. And I told you guys, like, even like down here at the 24, I said, yo, I have my alarm set at 27, 22. And I gave you guys a 27, 24, 27, 21. Like, those were Alex zone as well. And I said, that's where the next layer of real buyers to get you 150, 200 pips. But now as we approach down in here, don't forget yesterday I told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? The 37.34. Remember I told you the 37.34? That's yesterday's floor. That's a zone today because that's a gap right here. You see? There's your gap right there. Let's go up 37. Boom. There's your gap right here. We're going to go 37.34. That was the floor right there. See that? Y'all see that? Let me get in there close. Let's go gadget goals. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Y'all see this? So let's bring it all the way right here. Bye, y'all see that? Y'all see this right here? Put some 8s in the chat if you see it. Put some 8s in the chat if you see it. So that's your next level of rejection. You're going to get rejection at 49. It should it'll come back up and it'll give you it'll come and try to tap back at the EMA 9. It'll give you a little hook right here. She should hook like the same way she did. You see, the same way she did in the inner shoulder. So she did the same here. So how she came here, she's going to do the same. You see that how she boop? She's going down how she came up. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Let's go. We got some news today. Ooh, 9:15, 9:45, from 9:15 to 2:30. We got the BOE, we got the monetary policy report, rate statements, overnight rates in Canada. Oh, Canada, y'all full red over there. Y'all full red over there, eh? We got crude oil inventory. Oh man, this should be good because it's going down. This should be good, or it's actually increasing, one of the two. So there's not an envelope over there. But 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock is where we're going to see some real action because that's when Jerome Powell speaks. So he speaks at 2 today. So your goal is to be in profit and have a stop loss in place in profit before 2 o'clock. Short steps, long vision. This is what that just meant, what I just did for you guys. You see how I have a vision to take it all the way down to the 24.21? But in that vision, I see there's a 37.34. I also see that there's a little gap right here that also did the same thing. You see the inner shoulder? The inner shoulder is always going to give you a little consolidation. So this is the outer shoulder. So it's supposed to be going straight down like that because this already gave you that same little consolidation, the inner shoulder. So it could fight to make a bigger shoulder. It depends on how big that shoulder wants to be. You see? They can have shoulders like mine's. It could have shoulders like mine's. So when you make short steps, you cover all of the boundaries of the shoulder. You cover the boundaries of the shoulder. You see that? So what is the safest play? What is the safest play? The safest play is as long as she's retesting the inner of the shoulder, this part outside of the shoulder, you can scalp her back down. Because she's going down. And like that's structure. She's just gonna go down the way she came up. Got the head taken care of. You see? Oh, y'all didn't know I can beatbox, did you? No, let me. Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh, T-Mac, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. They ain't ready. So you see this. So your vision is to start understanding that the plays that we're giving you, some are scout plays and some are like real plays. Some are fine. A lot of you guys who are struggling financially and tight right now, you're in plays that are literally help you financially, like level all the way up, but you're taking big steps, short vision versus short steps, long vision. Not really, Hitter. Not really. Not really. Not really. Not really. You give me about 3-4 days on pretty much anything, I can get it. I can get it. And that's 3-4 days to teach it, not like just to like to figure it out. You give me 3-4 hours on something, I'll get it. It takes me about 2-3 hours to really get some intense shit. It takes me about 2-3 hours to kind of like just like block everything out and be like, yeah, okay, we're gonna ask all of these proper questions and then we get the proper answers. And if we don't get the proper answers, we go seek those answers. Short steps, long vision. Somebody type that in the chat. I'm telling you, somebody type that in the chat because it makes that mindset and that thought process allows me to understand what level of lot size I'm going to use when I'm jumping into trades. Because if I'm just telling you, yo, we're going to take zone 63 to 60 down to 58, I'm just giving you a fish. I'm just giving you a fish. You see? I'm just giving you a fish. But if I show you a head and shoulder pattern and I teach you what a head and shoulder pattern means, now she has formed a proper head and shoulder. Now she's proper head and shoulder. So the safest way, now let me show you how to trade a head and shoulder pattern. Because the shoulder is now confirmed. You see this? We are projecting for it to confirm. Where does the shoulder, this is the shoulder right here. You see? So let me show you guys. Let me put a, I'm not going to clear the zones. The zones are going to stay there. Can everybody understand that? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand that. The red was our sell zone yesterday. The green is our buy zone. I'm not going to delete any of that. So we're going to talk about this pattern right here. So with this pattern, why you should understand how to safely trade it if you want to get back in. Because people say, yo, well, I'll make short steps, long vision. Fuck, I'll just press the sell button right here. No. That's assuming she's going to finish the last leg. Don't forget, that's a hell of a 4-hour trend. She could easily bankhead bounce from 57 right now. She could easily bankhead bounce from this right here, right now. Look, this is the 4-hour chart. There's a little wick right here. There's a little wick picking up. That's like a little nipple right here. She can easily give you almost 50 pips right here, 60 pips right here. Easy. She can give you 40, 50 pips right there. Easy. Just like that. Bing. You see? That's a 30 pip wick right there. Last time where we're taking it from, that's a 35 to 41. Yeah, that's a 60 pip wick. She could easily give you 50, 60 pips right now. The wick started at 55 and it's already a 20 pip wick right here on the 4-hour. That's a 20 pip wick. That's a 20 pip wick. Put some 8s in the chat if you understand the language I'm using. Yeah. It'll be successful, Jen. And see, this is what I want you guys to understand. Like there's always money to be made in the market. It's always money to be made. So if I'm talking big structure and I'm telling you like, yo, this is completing a shoulder, let me show you how you trade the shoulder, how you trade the 3 white soldiers, how you trade the 3 black crows, how you trade M's and W's. I show you this to tell you this. You can always find scalps when you find a trend, because that's another way of trading. Somebody will see the trend and won't see the head and shoulders, you see? Somebody repeat this. History always repeats itself. History always repeats itself. Let me do it again. History always repeats itself. So if it shows you the shoulder, gave you head, the market gave you head, brought it back down, gave you the neck, gave you the gok, and then started the right shoulder yesterday, where we jumped in here and assumed that the shoulder was just going to fly down. But it consolidated and created a real shoulder. Y'all see these shoulders? It created a real shoulder. So that's why she didn't move yesterday. When people are asking me, yo, Miss Days, why she moving so slow? Yo, Miss Days, why she ain't moving? Yo, she just playing. I specifically told you guys in class, if she breaks out of that little 45, that 48, 49, and she gets into that, like that's a wall, that 45, 45, that's a wall. When she broke and then she went up here, I said, yo, the next wall is sitting at like the 60, 63. Like that's the next wall. And it had enough buying power to keep trying to break that wall, you see? And she got all the way up to 66. And then seller said, yo, don't forget, we got to go finish the other side of the shoulder. Because structure, history, repeats itself. So don't get too far out of hand. But that was yesterday, beautiful people. That was yesterday's analysis. So how do we trade it today? Because you got to have patience. So if you do not take the risk of buying from the trend, watch this. You have, let me get her out of here, the other way of trading. So you can take that trend, which is not proven yet because it's only have 2 touches. How many touches do you need to basically for it to be a trend? Type it in the chat. How many touches does it need to touch? How many candles need to touch a trend line to consider it a trend? You are correct. 3. So if I don't have 3 and I have 2, because this is the trend, that's the trend. If I want to go right here to that trend, that means the trend has been broken. This 8, 16, 20, 20-hour trend was broken. Boom, boom. 8 hours, 4 hours she stayed here. Another 4 hours she danced, finished like a little doji, and then she opened up, and then she hit the 63 4 hours ago, actually 3 hours ago, and she dropped from the 63 down to where she's at right now, to the 57. That is a trend. That is a break close BCR right here. You see? That's your sale. That would have been your new sale. That's 65 right there. Put some fire in the chat if you see that. Put some fire in the chat if you see that now. And that's if you just say, you know what? Where is the trend? The trend is right here. Because that has 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and then it started flying off the trend. And then the next time it came back down to the trend for its second touch, it broke through. So watch this. Now we're looking for the shoulder. Once the shoulder, you have to go, that is the shoulder right here. This is the shoulder. Where's my brush? This is the shoulder. Put a 1 in the chat if you see the shoulder. This is going to be the shoulder. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see these areas are crucial. So, do you trade those areas? Or do you set the trap for the market and you have big vision? I mean, short steps, long vision. Short steps, long vision. Watch this, beautiful people. Let's go to the shoulder. Booyah. So now, I can go. This is where the market came down and created the whole little head and the neck area of the head and shoulder pattern. It dropped in here. Imagine this gap that was here. Let's replay it. Let's replay it. Imagine when we only had this shoulder. Nobody knew what this was. It doesn't know, you don't know what this is. You don't know what this is. So watch this. Let's make it slow. Let's make it slow. This was your one-legged monster. This is the one-legged monster that has been created. Check it out right there. Boom. So that one-legged monster has to be revisit. So it pops up, comes to the zone. Finally, 1, 2, 3, breaks that zone. Boom, shoots out. That was that trade Alex gave, and then she, boom, shot out. Why? Because she was going to make the head. She was going to make the head. She was trying to challenge the weekly roof. And what did I tell you? Anytime the market gets close to the weekly roof, she bank head bounce. She bank head bounce. So she created the head here, beautiful people. Now we start saying, yo, is it going to give us the whole neck of the pattern? Because I start seeing the pattern now. So now I go, oh, yo, that's the one-legged monster right here. That's the one-legged monster. Watch the one-legged monster. It comes back to your 63. Imagine how many times you could have hit the 63. She pushed it all the way up here to the 71. That was your entry. That was your entry. Boom. Y'all see that? Let me pause it. You see that? That 71? You see the 71? Put some fire in the chat if you see the 71. That gok grind. Y'all see that 71? See the pull up right there? People say, how would I know to hit that? That's the bottom of the head. That's the signal that it's finna give you the other side of the body, the other side of the neck. Put some fire in the chat if you understand that. When it came here, open up, pushed here, it pushed to the bottom side of the consolidation of the head on the dot. On the dot. Look at that. Bink. These two candles created the head. And they hit on the dot, 71. Pew! Somebody tell me how many pips is that? From 27.71 to 27.30. 27.30. Sheesh. Let me see where y'all mathed at. 71 to 30, you're talking over 400 plus pips to create the other side of the neck. And then we start buying. We start buying. Why do we start buying? Because it's a signal for reversal. She pops back up. She pulls back in here. Watch this zone. Watch this zone. Look at where she's at. She retests the zone. Watch this. You see that little retest right there? Boom. Retest that zone, and guess what she does from there? Touches the base again, the 35, and she, boom, takes off. This happened in class yesterday. She broke it right there in the end of class yesterday. When she got right over here into our zone, she pulled up, we started selling. So she popped down just a little bit. Watch her. Watch her. Right there. Right there, I started closing out my middle to modest. I started closing out that middle to modest yesterday at that candle right there. So it just left me with this early entry over here. My modest entry. And as she pulled back right here, she clipped everybody out. And then for those who took another entry, they're in here today. So if this just goes by the history, she's coming to 35. Because I know she came down here, the safest way to trade the zone is say, yo, if she gets past 35, look at this. This is how you trade the shoulder pattern. If she gets past 35 right here, all the way down here, she's going to stop at 30, retest the 35, 32, or the 31, 34 zone. You see this zone right up in here. I would even say, no, sorry, 35, 37, 35, 38. I'll give it even to the 38. She's going to retest this zone, which is the bottom side of the neck and shoulders. You see? She breaks the pattern, retests the backside of the neck and shoulder, both shoulders, and come like that, which is still this zone. And that's how we get this new zone right here. She tips here, clips us in, and shoots back up here to go challenge that weekly roof again. And she creates a W to do so. Y'all better put some, this is like an orchestra right now. This is like an orchestra right now. This is short steps, long vision. Short steps, long vision. That right there. So because this is super inconsistent, she can fly from here. She can just not do none of this and say, you know what? Mr. H, that motherfucker too smart. That motherfucker genius. I don't know how that motherfucker just did all of that, but that's exactly what we were about to do. So shit, we going the opposite way today. Because like I said, gold be ratchet as hell. Gold like to embarrass people in public sometimes. Gold like to embarrass people in public. But this is the proper strategic, technical analysis, analytical, fundamental analysis way to trade the head and shoulders. And people say, well, yo, Mr. H, if I take a sale right here, where do I put my stop loss? A true stop loss of a head and shoulder pattern goes on the top of the actual shoulder. So that should let you know right there. If your stop loss has to come to the top of the shoulder and you entered in over here, you can't go crazy in your lot size because that's going to be more than what you're willing to lose to come down here. So there's where you start understanding when people ask me, yo, Mr. H, how do I know what lot size to use? How do I know what this is going to give me? I don't even know what to do with a 0.2 or a 0.5. I don't know. This is how you know. From your entry to your projected stop loss, whether I'm team stop loss or nothing, I always have a projected stop loss. I'm never just balls in and just like free balling and just like, you know what, we're going in hot. I mean, maybe sometimes at nighttime, you know, but maybe in the London session, Jen, in my London sessions, we get kind of freaky over there. We get a little freaky in the London sessions. Team no stop loss, team no TP. Making money in your sleep. This is what we focus on. Short steps, long vision. And it should be everybody's long vision to make money while you're sleeping. Let me say that again. It should be everybody's visions. My wife, I'm middle class. Why you didn't change Genesis to the PJs? She did not want. Yes. Lights out. I thought head and shoulders was a bearish movement that once completed, we would have to calculate the movement from head to neckline. You're correct. You're going to sell from here to there. You see? Like that's a bearish movement. That's bearish. You're going to sell right here. Down here. Why are you going to take it to the 22, 24, 21? Because that's where the shoulder started. History repeats itself. So if you think it's just going to fly all the way down here, possible. But where the true buyers is at is where the shoulder started. And by the time it gets over here, remember, it filled those gaps. See how it filled this gap right here? It filled that gap, filled it right here, took off. She's gonna fill this gap and she's gonna push up again. But there's gonna be so much selling pressure. So I wanna say around about 2 o'clock, you wanna see the Feds take it down here. And then it hits this area and then bank head bounce. That's sauce of sauces. Sauce of sauces. Sauce of sauces. So now you go, yo, let's check it. Let's get nerdy. Y'all want to get nerdy? Put some mates in the chat if you want to get nerdy. Because I got fib skills also, you know. So I got fib skills, you see. If I just take it where it took off from, we can't make it big. We can't make it big, but it is a suggested. It is a suggested. Yeah. Let me get it out here like this. Let me look and see it. Like that. Right chair. Yeah. So imagine this. So on the field retracement, she likes to retrace like a 61 to an 8, sometimes to a 78. Like if she's going to give you a scalp. So she'll come. Let me put it in play. Get my pointer. She's already has retraced down to a 78%. That's a bearish candle on the 4 hour. That means that shows no buying. It has 0 wicks on it. That candle has 0 wicks. So it's a bearish candle. So it shows no rejection of buyers. Like sellers are in power. So that lets me know if it's already past the 78, she can come to a 61. So that gives you a scalp at literally 27.52 to 27.6, like 49. You see, that's how you get that little scalp zone right there, and it's literally just trading that gap right here. You see, that's that little gap right there. You're like, yo, that's a wall too. Let me scalp that back up. It might go back up to 63. You might take 100 pips right here. You see. So these are little estimations. You go, well, you know what? I don't need to get rich. I can take short steps. And I can go off a 61.8 retracement at a 52, have a 30 pip zone, which brings me down to like a 49. So therefore, I'll be willing to make, say what, 250 bucks if it comes over here. So I'll put 0.25 right here. I'll put a 0.25 right here. I'll be willing to lose 75 bucks. For like 250 bucks if it comes back to the 60, 63. You see? Y'all see the short step, small vision? Y'all see that? That's some geek shit right there. That's geeky. Or I'll say, you know what? It's very bearish. I want to see it. I want to see it come down before I start just trying to project or I want to see it pull back up. I want to see some rejection before I start just jumping in there. A lot of people just start selling right here saying, well, Mr. H did say, short steps, long vision, but I got big feet, so I'm going big steps, short vision, because I need to get there today. And now you're in a funky ride down, you see? And then strategically, it says on the head and shoulder pattern, once it breaks the shoulder and the neckline, which is right here, my friend, you open a sell position upon confirmation, place stop loss at the top of the shoulders, and ride her to infinity and beyond. This is strategically. So let me tell you, if she breaks through this neckline today, we're possibly going to go back into the 2600s, like 2680s, 26 like we're going to come back at least to 2691, easy to a 2691. Like here, if she breaks this neckline, you can press the sell button and take her down to 2691. If she breaks it, that's like the overall view. You're still going to get your pips right here. It's going to give you 80 to 90 to 100 pips, depending on the news. Now, news just blasts through here. Let me say this in class. If Jerome Powell gets up at 2 o'clock and says some crazy shit, and you see a big ass red candle, do not take this zone. Don't take it. Don't take it. Okay? Let me say it again. Don't take it. If it comes to small red candles, you already get a big drop, and then you get small red candles from here. You're already selling from here. I'm openly telling you, reverse your position here. If it's small candles coming into that 24.21, I'm telling you that buy could take you to an all-time high. I'm telling you straight up. That buy can take you to an all-time high. Oh man, such a powerful class. It is 444. It is 444. I'm finna get ready to go to the gym with my homeboy, my guy Marcus. We finna get legs in today. I'm super excited. Anybody got any questions? Imagine if she give us 100% retracement. She give us 100% retracement, guess where she going? Guess where she going? She coming right down here. Which gives you your retest sale at the 30, what is that, the 35, we're gonna go 35.38, 35.38 retest sale. Ew, beautiful. Back down to here. Back down to there. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Great class. Great class. That's so powerful, Kenneth. That shit's so powerful. And you know, and a lot of people ask me, like, bro, how did you get so good at this shit? I said, bro, I played professional basketball for like 13 years as a point guard. I was forced to learn how to read plays. I was forced to learn how to read the game of basketball. And when you start learning X's and O's and reading the plays and understanding structure of the play, understanding execution, understanding options in the plays, this here is nothing. You got buyers and sellers and consolidation. You got buyers, sellers, and confused ass individuals. It's like, so I'm going, yo, I ain't confused. And I can be a buyer today and a seller tomorrow. I can be a buyer 5 minutes and a seller for 20 minutes. I can be whatever the hell I want. And it's easy to see when reds are there, sellers are there. When greens are there, greens are there. So now you start understanding, like, okay, I know who the players are. Let's start understanding the sauce. What are these players doing? What are their intentions? Because they have to confirm themselves every time they close, no matter what time frame you're on. And every time the candles close, they have the tendency to create patterns. And when they create patterns, patterns is data. And data can be tracked. And history always repeats itself, beautiful people. Dinar Gomez, what's up, baby? That's the longest I've ever stayed in gold, even though it took a loss because I closed before I went to bed. I still appreciate the experience learning not to stare at my computer. Amen to that. So that's why I always tell people, when you, and I don't even really, to be honest, even consider taking that even as an L. I just literally look at it like, I just put people in a trade that lasted over like 16 to 18 hours. And people started understanding, like, I've never held a trade that long. That in itself is successful. That in itself is extremely successful when you start teaching people how to start holding trades, and now they get into that early bag, and now they start taking Alex's plays, because those early bag plays are plays. Those are not scalps. Open bells are scalps. He's trading sometimes on the 5 minutes, and he's sniping. Sniper, no sniping. Sniper, no sniper. So this is game, this is sauce, this is ingredients to a family meal. That most grandmas will say, I would have to kill you if I told you. I would have to kill you if I told you. Yes, 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 yes. That's the longest I did. I had a long vision, made 80 pips in my sleep. Amen. Short steps, long visions. Short steps, long vision. It is so powerful. It is so powerful. So I want you guys to understand that. So I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. I got to be at the gym in like 10 minutes. But I love you guys. My stop loss was at 67 and never stopped out. Amen. Let's go. My first stop loss was at 68. My first stop loss was at 68 mentally. I was like, yo, if it goes to 68, I'm going to say, fuck it. I'm out. Like, I ain't even dealing with it. But it never really went there. But then I know a lot of people got in at the 60 when I specifically said, hey, I'm going to take the modest. I'm going to take the modest. I'm going to take middle to modest. I said middle to modest. I'm always taking middle to modest on structured plays. I'm always taking middle to modest. Aggressive can get you in trouble, even if it's coming from me. And I have a really good accuracy on aggressive But I don't care. I'd rather take middle to modest because it gives me more room to play because the market is still moving kind of like in shambles right now. And if you have not liked this live and you've been in here this whole time, shame on your ass. Shame on your ass. Shame on your ass, I'm telling you. I hope your socks get wet at work. You see, that's the funniest shit in the world. That's unscripted. You know, one of the worst feelings to have is wet socks. I hope your socks get wet at work. If you have watched me for over 49 minutes and did not give me a like when I just broke down Fibonacci, Head and Shoulders, where you can buy, where you can sell, where is rejection, where is the whole journey of taking short steps, having long vision, and believing in what you see and having that patience to see it through. My trading plan is not to trade at night or while I'm asleep, so that's why I closed it. My inner voice told me it was going to die, but I would have to follow my plan. Amen. Following the plan. Yeah, I'm out, man. I'm out. Soggy toes, I'm telling you. I hope your skin get wrinkled. Your toes get wrinkled because your socks are wet. And you ain't got a second pair, Lady D. They ain't got a second pair. They ain't even got a second pair. They assed out. They assed out. And you got funky shoes right now. You might even get sent home. You might have wet socks and your shoes start stinking and people start complaining and send your ass home just because you didn't like this live today. You're going to have a white blouse on and just literally just sip some coffee and 2 drops of it going to drop right there on your areola. You're going to have 2 brown drops on the areola right there on your white blouse just for not liking the live. Just saying, you're going to wipe it off in the bathroom. You're going to be thinking your areola showing all day. You're going to be so insecure. And just to say another funny thing about areolas, ladies, because you got cleavage and you got all your titties out, like, that's considered us still seeing your titties. Like, just because we don't see the areola, that don't mean like we don't see the titty. I'm just saying. I see the chick the other day. I shared everything out but just the areola. And I'm like, you know, we still see the titty. That's the titty. That's the titty. What are you doing? Put some clothes on. Put some clothes on. Imagine we just walk around with the elephant trunk and just tape up the head. I told y'all, I'm the funniest guy in the world. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys. Y'all have a great day. Make the rest of your day the best of your day. But she formed that shoulder on us, y'all, and she's gonna work her way down. I like the 24-21. I like it. I also like a little scalp right here, a little scalp buy. We might get this scalp buy in like here in like open bail or something like that, or for sure it's gonna come on down here. You might want to get like even a scalp sale down. Let's see how the market moves. I'm gonna go get my legs in, so I'm gonna get off the grid, get off the 5G, have really good conversations with my boy, and we're gonna go from there. I love you guys. Y'all make the rest of your day the best of your day. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you drop a comment on the actual live because it was extremely informative and even funny at the end. It was extremely informative. Like, that's some really good information. So I love you guys. Y'all make the rest of your day the best of your day, beautiful people. Deuces.